Griff turning on my voice. Crazy Coney Island kid. What's up, man? I see you having a lot of fun in Coney Island, USA. Good to see you, Cheryl. Welcome. I heard there's issues on the other app tonight, so I said, let me capitalize. Mary London, good to see you. Let's go for a little walk, hang out. You know, I wanted to go to last night's show so bad, but that heat yesterday really knocked me out, and I had to sleep. Good to see you, Phantom. Welcome. I really wanted to go see Miss Gigi Bonbon do her cyclone routine. Oh my God. I love Miss Gigi Bonbon doing her cyclone routine. I could watch it 1,000,000 times, and I'm never tired of it. But welcome, we're gonna go for a little walk here. Yeah, last night was Wilfredo Returns to Coney, or Comes to Coney. One of my favorite shows of the year. No, Miss Gigi Bonbon, she was Miss Coney Island 2018, last year's Miss Coney Island. And she did her cyclone routine yesterday. Did you see her ride the cyclone? To Lenny Kravitz? I gotta go my way. Mr. Lenny Kravitz. So such a great routine. Wilfredo is one of my all-time favorite presenters and MCs, if you will. He is really good. Really funny. And a fun character to play. Well, we're walking my 1 mile. I thought I had 3 beers in the refrigerator. I had 2 beers in the refrigerator tonight. So, or no, I mean 1 beer, not 2, 1. But you had you crying, he was so funny. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that was a good show last night. I wanted to go see Miss Gigi Bonbon so bad, but I was tired, man. Working in that 90-degree heat, it was dry at least. I'll give it that. Not like it is right now. Like right now is a lot more humid. No wonder my air conditioner is putting out all that water. He does have you. Absolutely. Awesome, Josh. Good to see you. Enjoy the original Spider-Man. The original. We're just hanging out here, walking around. You only have Fireball, yeah. See, Fireball is good when you get a cold, and you take a couple of shots of that before you go to bed. When you feel like you're getting a head cold, that seems to work. But you can't get drunk on it, because then you just compromise your own immune system anyway. So that's the problem. So you just got to take just a little taste. Just a little taste. During college, exactly. For me too, Josh. I was preferred 151. It does clear everything. Opens the upper nasal passages, if you will. $151 is the only bottle that I could think of, an alcoholic bottle I could think of. It has a little fire cap on the top of it, a little extra piece of metal on the top. I'm doing great. I did a lot of sleeping today. Yesterday kind of wore me out, so I just kind of caught up on all my sleep. I wanted to go to Coney Island today, but I was just like, I need to sleep. Good to see you, Adam. Have I seen any new movies? No, I have not. I just watch a lot of YouTube. What's going on? An ad came on, then it took you to another subscription that wasn't live. I have no idea, Mary. You might have clicked into the advertisement and or link that was playing. So I do not know. That's a YouTube thing. But I am monetized, so you just don't click into the ad, because it might take you somewhere else. Oh, thank you so much, Josh. We ain't doing nothing special. Tomorrow we might have some fun. I'm going with some Coney people up to the Rockaways tomorrow. We're gonna take the ferry up there, so I might do a live stream or two from the beach tomorrow. I need to swim in the ocean tomorrow. I need to clear my head. Fireball's the first alcohol at the club when you were 18. Oh, awesome! Good to see you there, Lori. Oh, good to see you there, Tiffany. Madame Tussauds, is it worth $40? I don't think so. I say if you go to Madame Tussauds, try to get some kind of discount deal and go on weird days. I know this sounds very odd, but go on a rainy day. I've heard some amazing stories recently of people going to all those kind of Times Square attractions on rainy days, and evidently because it rains outside, people don't want to go into these exhibits inside for some reason. So I don't think Madame Tussauds is worth the $40. I think it's $42 now. But yeah, good fireworks last Friday. I wish the lens worked a little better, but whatever. I knew that lens was going to be hit or miss. All right there, Josh. I'll see you later. Oh, hello, M. Yeah, New York was kind of amazing last night. I was live tweeting all of the kind of joyous events that were going on in the city. I'm not gonna lie, I was trying to put a positive spin on what was going on yesterday. But considering that one of the most densely populated places in New York City lost power, and the first thing people thought of was to just hang out and have a good time, it's a good litmus test to what might happen in the bigger picture. Definitely compensating for a small penis size. I could tell with that engine. He is compensating big time. Meanwhile, might be the nicest guy in the world. You never know. So, all right, let's rant. Let's do some ranting for everybody. Because as we all know, when we go on these beer runs, we love to go ranting. So let me sit down somewhere. It's humid out here. It's a lot more humid than yesterday. Yeah, well, the people moving traffic was amazing, but that's a given. People kind of always do that. Well, my favorite was the simple fact that the minute all the Broadway shows got affected, because it was right at curtain time, they lost power. So right as everyone's getting into the theater, getting settled in, ready for the show, it was kind of amazing that they just decided, you know what? Fuck it. Spontaneous performances in the streets. That was my favorite. The one from Carnegie Hall was especially moving because it was like some kind of church choir, and as they were singing, Manhattan Henge was happening. Unbelievable yesterday. Unbelievable. Absolutely, Adam. Usually when they do that, Adam, that's what they're compensating for. But it was amazing what was going on last night, and how everyone got along. The New York City subway people got pretty much everyone off the subway, off the stranded trains in under 2 hours. I heard 110 minutes. I could be wrong, but considering that it was over close to 30,000 people were stuck on the trains, underground, in between tunnels, is a testament. I think elevators might have took a little longer, but I did learn one thing. I did learn one thing. I learned one very important thing. The guy who does agenda-free television has to be the biggest internet leech of them all. He doesn't make his own content. He just uses Twitter. And that was kind of funny watching him go through random Twitter feeds for the blackout and encountering stuff that had nothing to do with the blackout. But he broadcasted anyway because, good to see you there, 80s music fan. But oh my God, this guy could not understand that the Con Edison outage map, it was delayed 20 minutes. The minute I started seeing reports of this blackout going on Twitter, I went straight to that map, and it took 22 minutes for that map to update. And then as reports were coming in of the area that the blackout was taking place in, it was updating roughly 20 minutes after real-time reports were happening. So, and he's saying the map is broken, and all because the map is 20 minutes delayed, he creates his own kind of content, being like, ooh, what's gonna happen next? It must be broken. They're all lying to us. And it's like, no, the fucking map is delayed 20 minutes. And then I start looking at his videos, and he did the video for that YouTuber who killed themselves, who jumped off the Manhattan Bridge. And he put 6 pre-ad rolls on his 3.5, 4 hour stream, something crazy like that. Like just monetizing sad stuff that isn't even his own content. Good to see you, Osvaldo. Good to see you there, Gail. Yeah, it's a conspiracy. So, folks, don't watch agenda-free TV. There is an agenda, and the agenda is to freak the shit out of you because people have short attention spans and are impatient. There you go. That was basically the only thing I did not like about what was happening last night. I was watching this agenda-free TV, and I was just like, really? He's just so, Yumi, hello? Are you a new viewer? Welcome. What was your first broadcast of mine? Do you remember? I like to get to know people. Wait, tell me where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. Welcome to a random walk around here. We're getting some beer. But now I'm sitting in a park talking to you guys, enjoying the breeze. Because I got to get out of that air. I've been in that air conditioning for 2 days. Mermaid Parade. Awesome. Yeah, no, Osvaldo. This guy has a short attention span, and he plays up like it's not good. It's not healthy. That agenda-free TV is no good. I'm sorry. He makes too much money off of stuff, live events that are going on where he could be like thousands of miles away from, but it's all good, 80s music fan. You don't need to explain yourself. Just drive the car, get home safe. It's pretty much there, Laurie. It's kind of like because they don't see it on Twitter, it's not real. If that makes any sense, unless there's like a live feed. And there was at one point a beautiful shot from ABC7 of the helicopter going over the blacked out neighborhood, which is pretty cool. You saw the line of demarcation, who had power, who did not have power, and makes me realize that it's easy to play into people's fears, but it's also you can make a lot of money doing it. You make a lot of money doing it. But he does not have my endorsement. I know. I saw the replay there, Osvaldo. I saw the replay. Exactly. Not everything gets a tweet. Good to see you there, Cecilia. Not everything gets a tweet, ladies and gentlemen. And what was funny was that the only good thing about Agenda, I give Agenda-Free TV this one thing. He shined a bright spotlight because he had over 2,000 viewers in his room. He shined a wonderful spotlight on all the other internet leeches that were using the blackout to promote their own music video or dancing or twerking or whatever the fuck they were doing. Good to see you there, Ed. It has been a while. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Much appreciated. Ed Fred just won me half my six-pack right there. Just paid for half my damn six-pack. Thank you so much, sir. We're just gonna walk a mile. We're just talking about the power outage last night, which was kind of amazing. Kind of like the November 9th, 1965 one, where everyone, it was winter and it was evidently really cold that night, and everyone just got along. They just basically hung out, and whatever liquor was around, everyone got drunk and went to bed. And now I was here, of course, for 2003, where in this neighborhood in particular, we lost power for around 13, 14 hours. We were the lucky ones. There are people in the city who had no power for up to 3-4 days. But the messed up thing about living here next to the Verrazano Bridge was that me and my friends, we spent the night up on my roof because it was the coolest spot, and we had a lot of our neighbors spend the night up there too, because it was a cool spot. We had a full moon that night. It was absolutely gorgeous. And I was pissed off because my bicycle had a flat tire, so I couldn't get around, and I wanted to go around taking pictures of everything. But I was upset by that, so I decided to get drunk on the roof with all my neighbors, and we were drinking beer and whatnot, and somebody had a radio, and we just spent the night up there under the full moon, and we could see there was a section of Bayonne, New Jersey, that never lost electricity, and we could see these lights from the roof, and it was it was like a tease. Here's all this population, we can see all these lights off in the distance. Absolutely ridiculous. And Bayonne, New Jersey, not even Staten Island, but Bayonne, New Jersey, out of all people. Oh my God, Lori, you're way too kind, Lori. Thank you so much for the super chat. Now I have my 6-pack paid. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are far too kind. We're just walking around doing a beer chat, man. Watch the fireworks show from a couple of nights ago. If it wasn't so hot, I'll be doing more videos. But it's really hot out here, and working out in this heat is a little bit nuts. Luckily, on Saturday I had good people on the ride, but I did take 20 people over the Brooklyn Bridge on my 12 noon tour, and it was nuts. Yeah, you know what? We thought about getting a grill going, but a lot of us, when the blackout hit around 4 o'clock in the afternoon in 2003. And what a lot of us were doing was we were getting dinner ready. So a lot of people already had food prepared. So what ended up happening was we basically did like this massive potluck. What are your leftovers? Because we're gonna eat them because we gotta keep our refrigerator doors closed. They did pay off somebody in Bayonne, absolutely. Oh, Laura, you paid me enough. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. It was a great fireworks show we had last Friday. The last one was caused by a computer. That's what the Canadians say. And now we blame Canada for that one, even though it could be us. But it was the computers that did it. The computers were trying to save themselves from some kind of overload situation, so they just cut everyone off. And they cut us and everyone in the Northeast. It was something like 60 million people. That was wild, man. And considering it's 2003, it's after 9/11. So that was the first thing that we all thought of was, God forbid, something like that happens. Yeah, exactly. Blame Canada. That's what it came down to. That's what it came down to. It came down to the computer glitch. It was a computer glitch. So let's see if anyone's down by the water. I see people walking up. Larry, what did you say? What? Yeah. It was fun though. And luckily here in this neighborhood we only lost power for 14 hours. So we were the lucky ones. We were the lucky ones. So I knew people who owned businesses like restaurants, and they could have lost so much food, but luckily we kept the refrigerators closed after that, and we didn't lose any food in our refrigerator, you know. It was a nice communal experience, and now as I think about it right now, a lot of the people who lived in my building no longer live in my building anymore. I'm just thinking about more than half don't live in the building anymore. What's whose issue? Are you talking about, we had an issue in 2003, we had a major blackout here, and we had some kind of issue with the computers, and It could be us, it could be United States that was at fault, or Canada, and that's the official news that I have heard from the 2003 blackout. So, yeah, we're talking about the 2003 blackout. Oh, okay. But it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. It was an amazing experience going through that, and we were lucky that we had a full moon that night. So the 2003 blackout was quite an amazing experience. I wish I had photos of it, which kind of drives me nuts. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. You guys have the F1. You guys have the cricket world cricket tournaments going on. Blackouts always seem to bring people together. Luckily in this day and age. I mean, it wasn't like that in 1977, which, by the way, it was 42-year anniversary of that last night, of the 1977 blackout. What people have to remember is that the 1977 blackout was mostly here in New York City and parts of Westchester, and this city was a different place. The city was a really dangerous place. It's nothing like what it is now. The city is nothing like what it is now back then. And that's what we have to take into account. And first of all, I've seen idiots already compare the two events from last night and 77. You can't compare the two. There is no comparison between the two. When a whole city loses power, it's a big deal. Right as the Son of Sam was going on, which that happened not even 3 miles behind me, the Son of Sam parked his car at a fire hydrant. He got a ticket for parking at that fire hydrant, and then that's how they found him in Westchester, and that's how they caught the Son of Sam, right over here on 17th Avenue and Shore Road. And the funny thing is that the fire hydrant became like a tourist attraction, and it became such a popular spot to go there and take pictures. They actually moved the fire hydrant further down the block, so it's not the same fire hydrant, the Son of Sam fire hydrant. So I've always been meaning to go down there, but I'm never down there. I always go past it. Have I ever been to the Bronx River? No, I have. No, actually, I have. I have been to the Bronx River because I've been to the Bronx Zoo and the Botanical Gardens. So yes, I have. Good to see you, Vagabo Jolius III. Oh, you were 7 years old in 1977. Now you're dating yourselves. But yes, 77 blackout was nuts. The 77 blackout was definitely a blackout for the times, and the city rioted, and the neighborhood that you look good for 50. That's awesome. This neighborhood, Bay Ridge, was one of the few neighborhoods that we didn't have a lot of looting, and we didn't really have that in this neighborhood. But go a little bit up to Sunset Park, and there were some issues up there. What do I think about the cigarette tax? More cigarette tax, the better, because I don't smoke. I do not smoke. As you look at the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, and a very large container ship passing underneath it right now. Do I consider myself an empathetic person? Well, my viewers can answer that. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think I'm an empathetic person? Yeah, quit now. No, this is YouTube. More people on YouTube. Speaking on the Twitch. Am I speaking on the Twitch? Right? You would think I'm an empathetic person, right? Cheryl's been with me from the beginning. Cheryl would know. I try to be. Think you crossed that bridge the day it opened, November 29th, 1964? I could be off by that date. Right, Griff? You think I am? If you watch my live streams, I think you'll get an idea whether I'm an empathetic person or not. So there's lots of replays. Go watch the replay. Thank you so much, Lori. I thank you so much, Mary. Yes, I think I try to put myself in other people's shoes all the time. This is something that I have talked about many times, especially when it comes to the subject of people being harassed and bullied on the internet. You always have to put yourself in other people's shoes. Try to see somebody's perspective. Yeah. Look, I don't have insurance, so that's a whole other conversation there, Lori. Yeah, I don't have I just think cigarette smoking, it's I used to tolerate it. Now I just don't like it. And eventually it does, like, I'll get a headache or whatever. Pretty much, Vago. Pretty much. I have to agree with you on that one. We're being like agenda-free TV. We're just dragging out shit. We're just dragging it out. You get a piece of gum and you go, that's what we're doing. Let's have an 80-minute discussion on water. What kind of water do you like to drink? Poland Spring? Let's go up the dark pathway here. Freak everyone out in the live stream. Look up a dark pathway. Yeah, when I tell people I live stream now, the first thing that people say now is Twitch. But you guys know that the best of the best stuff is now on Twitch. I'm going to try to do a radio show sometime this week. Don't know when. But I definitely want to try to do a radio show sometime this week. Do maybe a 2-hour show, 3-hour show. Have some fun. I seem to not get in trouble on Twitch at all. My team of pro bono lawyers have told me that as long as I do the show the way I do the show, I won't get a copyright. Finally, something insulting. A very nice and eloquent insult, to say the least. But yeah, isn't that a lovely insult? That's why I do a fucking live stream for people like that. That's his content, him typing. Let's see if he turns it up. A notch. Good to see you, Matt. Welcome. People are alive tonight, but it's the internet. It is what it is. Try to always see the perspective from the viewer. If I could try, anyway. I try to see the perspective from the viewer. What is getting in their minds? What are they thinking? Why are they typing what they're typing? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cheryl. You could ban him, Cheryl, if you want. I don't care. Let the mods have fun with him. This is what's gonna happen when there's 1,000 people in the room. Oh, really? No, that's not mean because he insulted me, Umi. Why should I take somebody's insult? Tell me that. Because I'm live streaming? I have had people tell me that it's their right for them to follow me, even though they go into my broadcast and insult me. Because I live stream, does that mean that I have to sit here and take other people's insults? This isn't Ice Poseidon fucking stream. Ice Poseidon, they say anything they want in there. This is not that kind of forum. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Phantom. That's right. I don't know, Osvaldo. I don't know. Right? I shouldn't have to take insults at all. Because I don't have to do this. I don't have to turn on this phone and walk around look like a complete crazy person. I do this because I know you guys like to hang out. You guys like my presentation, if you will. You know, we do more interesting stuff. I know I shouldn't. Good to see you, Jackie. Oh, thank you so much. The haters, don't worry about the haters. The haters are just, they need an outlet. This is what I've been realizing. I will have a beer. I already had one. You know, for people who like to troll in people's live streams, I always think about like, do they always have to be the funniest one in the room? Do they always have to be the first one with a zinger, if you will? Oh, you like to wake up early and I'm on? That's nice. Yeah, that's the thing, because you know why, Adam? Why did Ice Poseidon's fans turn on him? Because he didn't moderate the room. And then when he did finally get around moderating, it was too late. The room had taken over. Good to see you, Tracy. For the everyday people, pretty much. Tracy, I was hoping to watch the Happily Ever After fireworks, but it seemed like Spokesman had some technical issues. I was really in the mood for some Happily Ever After fireworks today. I try to be awesome, Matt. I wish I could take you guys on a cyclone. That might happen near the end of the season now. I gotta get used to the kids running the ride. See how they like me. See which ones I could maybe bribe with a beer at the freak bar. I mean, we've been through so much, you know. Like, next snowstorm, we'll be out here somewhere. Yes, they did, Osvaldo. Yes, they did. And I don't know why I got so many people in the room. I would love to know why I got so many people in that room. That room was packed. Couldn't keep up with the comments. I'm watching the replay and I'm like, my God. Comments are just... Don't know why that was so popular, but hey, you guys got fireworks. My theory worked out correct. There was a theory that I was employing and that it worked. But yeah, Ice Poseidon, you know, getting back to him. So Ice Poseidon, the whole hallmark of his broadcasts was that there was no moderation. And, he got too hot. Oh, that's cool, Tracy. Gotta check out the replay. You know, the problem with Ice Poseidon and his whole crew, scaffolding, is that there was no moderation. So people could say the most wildest things. And then to top it off, when you're doing text-to-speech, you know, you're donating $3-4 and you hear your comment over a speaker, what did people do? Well, they go into an Uber and they insult the Uber driver, or, you know, it's just a toxic way to get laughs. Sometimes it was genuinely funny, but most of the time it was just irritating, confrontational, kind of being a bully, kind of being insensitive and selfish. And now you have what has happened to Ice Poseidon, which is his audience has turned on him. And now he's bringing in maybe a fifth of the numbers that he used to get. I used to see him do live streams, 22,000 in a room. Now he's back down to kind of the numbers he started out at, like 1,000, maybe 2,000, 3,000. I never see him hit 10K anymore. Never. Haven't seen him hit 10K in a long time. That whole Japan thing, that was kind of cool, but it was also kind of irritating. Kind of reminded me of what that Logan Paul, the Jake Paul did out when he went out to Japan and disrespected that culture in that country. On a lesser scale, though. Ice Poseidon was a little bit more polite to the people. I'll give him that, but that's because he's on a live stream. That's because he's on the live stream. And that's the whole thing about a live stream. You have to keep it nice because people are watching. Yeah, do you actually enjoy this nonsense? Me rambling around, walking in the streets of Brooklyn, talking to you guys through a phone? Smash that like button. Be much appreciated. I kind of do these live streams almost every day. Sometimes I'll go on 3-4 days in a row. I do take a day or two off a week because life goes on. Life goes on. But it is fun. I do love live streaming. For me as a tour guide, helps me keep my brain fresh. Helps me be able to work a conversation, if you will. Keep it moving, which is always fun. And I always learn a little bit. No, I did not. That always happens at the end, Tracy. Not yet. We're still walking. We did not go into the orange ceiling paradise that is my beer store. Thank you so much, Matt. Yeah, do you like this? I have a great playlist where it's almost 3 hours of me riding the Cyclone. That's kind of awesome. I watch those live streams now like, boy, we were lucky, man. We were lucky being able just to run on the ride like that. And we had a great crew of people who ran the ride. And somehow, Osvaldo, I'm going to try to refrain from using any trigger words. But yes, inevitably, all the time. But man, I miss those cyclone rides. I miss riding the Cyclone like 5 times in a row. Good in beer, that's right. Yeah. Exactly. Have a great weekend. Thank you so much for the super chat. I walk for Ed Frats. I walk all these miles for Ed Frats. I do the walking for you. You want to make a request? What do you want? What's up, Lori? What do you need? Can we do something on special on the 26th? I don't know what I'm doing on the 26th just yet, so I can't promise you anything because I might be doing something. But what do you want to do on the 26th? What's going on the 26th? We do have a music festival next weekend in Coney Island that we'll be checking out. Have a good evening there, Umi. Welcome. Thanks for tuning on in. Thanks for subscribing. I know we have the 26th, would that be a Friday? The 26th? If it's a Friday, then the only thing I have planned is Fireworks Friday. Ah. Oh, you want to spend your birthday with a group? Well, you know, if it's a Saturday, if it's a Friday or a Saturday, basically those days are for Coney Island. So we'll be down in Coney Island if that's a Friday or Saturday. So we'll be on. Definitely. Well, Fridays, we're definitely on Fridays. But we could try to make something happen there. We'll try to make something happen. Yeah, happy birthday. That's 10 days away. Right? Is that 10 days away or Thursday? See, I'm on that tour. This is the thing about when you're a tour guide. I always have my next 2 days are already planned out already. So as of now, I could only kind of move around my schedule from Wednesday on at this point. It's just how I kind of plan out how I do my stuff. So I make sure I get to everyone and don't conflict schedules with people. Friday the 26th, so we'll do a special Fireworks Friday in honor of Lori. We will have to do and maybe we'll do a food review or something like that. Well, we'll definitely be on Friday the 26th, weather permitting. weather permitting. If it's pouring rain, we'll do a flight sim or something like that. Or we'll play Grand Theft Auto or something like that. If it's raining. Hopefully it won't rain. Yeah, because Saturday is the 20th. Yeah, that's the 26th. We can have cake, yeah. We'll have to procure a cake. It depends on the people in the freak bar. See, so this is the thing about the freak bar, that sometimes our friends are not there because they're doing other things. So like tonight, Xander wasn't at the freak bar today because he was in Long Island tonight performing. So it's all about that crowd in the freak bar. I love to say that we all know each other, but for the most part, a lot of people who come in there don't know each other because different people on different nights for different events. There's a core people that go in there, like Bennett and who else? Our good friend Marissa and Polar Bear Antoinette and all of the friends. But sometimes there's just people that sometimes I'll be the only one at the bar and I don't know anyone, which kind of sucks sometimes. Oh, that's awesome, Mary. That's awesome. All right. I guess we'll start heading over to the bar. Do a sim flight over her hometown. There you go. Oh, I love Insectivora. We got to get Insectivora on the live stream. We have to get her on the live stream. She's pretty cool, but she's busy. The minute she's done with the sideshow, she usually gets out. She gets out of there and goes places. So, I think she has some kids. Not 100% sure. But she's amazing. I remember seeing Insectivora when I was like maybe 20. When I first started going to the sideshow a lot. And she was performing there, and it was so freaking cool. I was entranced by her fire act. Your hometown's Brooklyn, yeah. Yeah, only the freak bar friends. You met her in Cleveland for an event. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, okay, you got it. You met her up in Cleveland? That's neat. Insectivora is, oh man, yeah. She's such a down-to-earth person. I'll see you later there, Griff. I'm really lucky. Listen, I always say this over and over again. I'm really lucky. Kind of the time and place that we're in right now. To know all those performers and everything, and try to get them to live stream. That's always the big one. Trying to get all these guys to live stream. You hugged her big time? Yeah. She's awesome. She's awesome. But I keep on telling them that they did random live streams, and not even of them performing, just like them talking about like their day, like kind of how I do it sometimes with like with the bike tours. I think they'll get a lot of viewers. And like I know Xander will. I keep on thinking if Xander just posted about his day-to-day and what it's like to be, with physical limitations like that, I think a lot of people could learn about how to. I think a lot of people could learn how to try to see themselves in that perspective. You know how you how you need a wheelchair to get around, how you need help to get up and down steps, how you may have to count how many steps you're going to walk because you could only go so far. So you like the burlesque ladies? I think we all like the burlesque ladies. You know, Angie, Gigi. There's so many. There's so many, and they're all cool. Miss Sincerely. Oh my God, so many. Yeah, she did have a, yes, she did have I think she does have a dog. Yeah, see, there you go, Miss Jan. Good to see you. I think them doing live streams will help people see other people's perspectives. And I think that's what's needed nowadays. It's so easy to isolate yourself in a bubble where you have people like you around you, and you kind of get lost in your own bubble because there's so much going on. But yeah, I really hope Xander starts live streaming, because I think he'll find an audience very quick. The poltergeist apartment is poltergeisting properly. Who the hell needs all those lights on at midnight? The only thing I could think of is they're growing weed in there. The only thing I could think of. That's how limited my imagination is. Unless they're a TV studio. Maybe they're a TV studio, always broadcasting out, and need everything all lit up like that. Anyway, let's go get beer. Time to call this a live stream, and hopefully tomorrow I'll show you guys a little bit of Queens. Hey, look at this. Yes, a little cat just hanging out. He's just chilling. He's not even moving. Yeah, he's not even fazed by me. That's amazing. You think they're growing? I don't know. With all those lights on, I don't know. They're a TV studio. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They're a television studio, and they're broadcasting out. And exactly, get to see places you could never go to. It's the power of the live stream. All right. Let's see if anyone's in the beer store here so we don't freak them out. 3rd Avenue. As the garbage truck goes flying. All right, let's see if anyone's in here. Whoa, bloody fucking hell. You okay? Are you okay? She literally just drove her car at me. She just drove her fucking car at me. What the hell was that all about? She literally just drove her car at me. Now she's gonna book it, right? You gotta book it? I want her to fucking pull over up there. She is gonna. If you fucking pull over, I'm gonna come right over to you right now. Yeah, there you go. I'm coming over. She's swerving the vehicle. She's drunk. Oh, if I was on the bike right now. She's driving slow and she's swerving. She's drunk. I'm not gonna run. I refuse to run. See, people think like I'm not paying attention to what's going on around me. I can't. I gotta run to go get it. I'm not gonna go running after her right now. And she's already... But what happened was, as I began walking here in the crosswalk, she didn't have the light. The light hasn't changed yet. The red light came here on 3rd. She jumped the light, and instead of turning behind me, she turned in front of me, which basically put her directly at me. And because I have a sixth sense, and I've been around cars, and I know how cars behave all the time, did a little shuffle there, and I had enough time to put the camera in her face. Anyway, let's get beer. We're not dead today. Yes. This is what I talk about. See, everyone says, I see bikes do all this stuff all the time. Well, no, the people who really create danger on the street are not bicycles. I'm telling you that. They're not people on bicycles. It's drunk ladies who can't make a turn properly. Or people looking at their cell phone, or in this guy's case here, he was going too fast. Now he's blocking the pedestrian crosswalk because he was coming so fast down the street. When people say, but I see cyclists do this and that, it's like, okay, you did, but did they kill anyone? That's what you have to ask yourself. Because they probably didn't. Now, does that give a pass for all cyclists? No. But you have to remember that the real purveyors of danger are the people driving 3-ton vehicles down the street. And you see how quickly things could change. What's up, man? Thank you so much, man. I see it all the time, Cheryl, on both sides. I see it all on both sides. But for me, see, what people don't understand is that I've seen people do dumb stuff, but like cars could do really simple stuff that puts my life in danger. Like when you park in a bike lane, you're forcing me out into the traffic lane, and other cars don't like that. Or the simple fact that people don't know what usually sharrows are. People who open up their doors without looking, and then they say, watch out. It's like, well, was I supposed to predict you're going to open a door in front of me? She was on an electric scooter. Yeah, it's... Listen, there's lots of examples of people hurting themselves and dying. But the everyday, the most random and often occurrence is usually by the automobiles. Because we have cell phones, they have radios in their cars, they're distracted. But it is what it is. Happy we didn't get hit on the live stream. Wouldn't that be fun, getting hit by a car on the live stream? I have been hit by a car. I will now leave everyone on the live stream. So I'm going to miss comments right now. I'm going to leave everyone with the beginning of my tour, the safety speech. So the brakes you want to use in your bike are the brakes on the right-hand side. The brakes on the right-hand side are for your back wheel. You do not want to use the brake on the left-hand side. The left-hand side is for your front wheel. But I only have one rule on this ride, and that is to stay behind me at all times. So in case anyone opens a car door, in case anyone walks out into the street looking at their cell phone, in case anyone runs a red light, I want them to hit me and not any of you guys. Don't worry about me. I used to be a bike messenger. I've been hit by a lot of stuff. So there you go, folks. Have a great New York day, whether you live here or not. I want you to hug your loved ones, cherish the moments, and good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I'll see you guys later, folks. I'll see you guys later. Bye. It's that button. It's that button. Nighty night, guys. 99 Cheryl, Lori, Jackie, Phantom, all you beautiful people. Bye-bye.